Hi, this is Michelle from the Catholic Family Podcast. So just a little intro. I think probably some of you know me, but I am Kevin's little sister, also known as Chicky. And I have been on a couple of the other podcasts. I just did one somewhat recently with my little girls, the Mother Cabrini short children's story. And there's been a couple other podcasts I've been on. So you might know me, but if you don't, I have 5 children, and they're aged almost 7, almost 6, 4, almost 3, and almost 1. So yeah, we have a lot of birthdays coming up. I got married and had Daria very shortly afterwards, and it's just been kind of downhill from there, or uphill, whichever one you prefer. And I just kind of wanted to start a little series about motherhood and just beginning stages of mothering and having small children, and all the things that go with that, being overwhelmed and feeling like you can't handle it and wanting to give up, all that kind of thing. I have been there. I have definitely had all of those feelings, and I think that there's a very big I just lost my train of thought. I think there are a lot of new moms out there, and a lot of new moms who don't have a lot of previous experience. And I know that I am not perfect. I definitely am still learning every day. I don't want to sound like I know all the answers, because I know that I don't know all the answers. But I do think I was brought up in the best way possible. I am a cradle Catholic. My husband was a cradle Catholic. I have 9 siblings. My husband has 11 siblings. So we're both from big families, and we're both from big Catholic families. And that has molded me into the person I am. And it has also molded me in the fact that I raise my kids the same way that I was raised. And I think that helped a lot. It gave me really great foundations. It helped me know what kind of traditions I wanted to start. It made me know what I didn't want for my kids, what I did want. And there are things that I've changed and things that I've, incorporated in my own little family. But I think in general, I really have copied what my parents did for me. And I know that there's a lot of moms out there who didn't have that. They're just now recently converting into Catholicism, or, they've had no siblings and not a lot of experience with small children. Or, even if you do have experience with children, it's a whole new animal when you are a mom, and it's all day, every day. So long story short, I just kind of want to make this little series about what it's like, the daily grind, the ins and outs of being a parent with very small children, and just I want to give some support and encouragement to you guys out there, because it's hard, and I know that it's hard, and I struggle every day, and I know that it just helps sometimes knowing that we're all in this together, and that we have a common goal, and that we can share a lot as moms. And it's just really helpful to know that there's such a good support system out there. So yeah, without further ado, I would like to kind of just share a little story that happened today. And I don't know, I think that it might be relatable for some of you, and if it's not, then that's okay too. But okay, shopping with children. I don't know about the rest of you, but it has never been my favorite thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I remember back when I had one child, maybe even my first two, and I enjoyed shopping with them. I would go out pretty often, grocery shopping, clothes shopping, anything like that, and it was enjoyable. You know, you have your one little girl in the cart and she waves at everybody and generally is fine, and you just do your thing and do your shopping, get a lot of comments about how cute your little girl is, and it's all great. And then you have 3 children, and it just gets harder as it goes. The more children you have, the harder shopping becomes. And I know that I have avoided it since having 3 and more children. It's just become chaos. And I think in general, I would say I have pretty well-behaved kids, but when you get them into a store, it's just a constant battle. It's someone needing to go to the bathroom, someone's whining, someone's asking for something, someone's grabbing something off the shelf, someone is needing a diaper change, and you're just literally trying to get in and out as fast as humanly possible. And most of the time you end up forgetting what you went for, so it becomes an almost pointless shopping trip, and you just end up getting chips and stuff that you don't really need. So I usually go by myself, and today was one of those exceptions that I needed something and I just decided to take all my kids with me. So we had a discussion in the car about how you behave in a store, which I know that I got that tradition from my mom because I remember having that talk pretty much any time we went anywhere. But it's really good. It's good for them to know what you expect from them. And so in general, when we go places, I give them the talk. I tell them they will not ask for things when we get there. They're going to act like civilized human beings, etc., etc. And this time around, they all asked if they could get a gumball and bring their own quarters along. So I told them that that would be fine and they could get gumballs if they were well behaved in the store. So we pull up to the grocery store, and first of all, my door to my car has been not working. We have a minivan and the doors are like hit and miss. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So anyways, we have this automatic door that wasn't working. So I had to go all the way around the car in order to get my baby out of the car seat. So I had to pull her out of the car and drag her all the way across the car to get her out. And I was holding her, trying to get her in the baby carrier. And my 4-year-old says she doesn't have any shoes. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. How do you not have shoes? So, yeah, we had gotten all the way to the grocery store and she was not wearing shoes. So half of me was just like, okay, we're just going to go back home. I'll go grocery shopping later. It's just not going to work. But I was like, no, I brought them all here. We're here. We'll just do it. So I told her she had to just sit in the back of the cart the whole time. And she was all upset about that. So we get into the grocery store and I have my little girl, she's almost 1, in the baby carrier. My son is in the front of the cart and my 4-year-old is in the back of the cart. And it was kind of a nightmare. I mean, we did it. We got through it, but there was a lot of whining and a lot of begging, and about halfway through, I had to take out my 1-year-old to put her in the back of the cart because she was crying, and then she's kept crying, so I just had to keep shoving food in her mouth until she stopped crying. And it was just in general not great. So they also didn't have gumball machines, which they usually do at the store that we go to most of the time, but we went to a different grocery store that didn't have the gumball machines, so none of them got gumballs, and that was kind of upsetting. But then we got loaded up, we went in the car, we got home, and all of them helped me unload the groceries. They all pitched in. They brought in the bags, they helped watch my 1-year-old, they put away the groceries, they threw away all the bags, and I just sat there thinking, okay, maybe the grocery shopping trip was not great, it was not ideal, it was not what I had imagined, but they do have a sense of responsibility. They did help me when I asked them. They helped me with my little girl. They know how to hold babies. They know how to put away groceries. They know how to work as a team. And I thought this was not an epic fail. There was a lot that I didn't like, and there was a lot of things that could have gone better, but at least they know how to help, and they pulled their weight in that way. So I was thankful, and I don't know if I will grocery shop with them anytime in the near future, but I am very happy that I have children who generally listen to me, they generally help out, and we can work as a team, and it's not just me bringing in all the groceries and putting it all away, because like I said in the beginning, it was really nice when I had 1 or 2 kids. I could do a lot more. I could grocery shop and not have a huge thing, and it was easier. But I also didn't have the help that I have now. I can tell my 6-year-old to go outside and play with my 1-year-old, and she's okay, and they help out, they pull their weight, and I've finally gotten to that point. And I know that it takes a while to get there, but I'm finally starting to see the fruits of my labors. So that's kind of what I wanted to end with. Hang in there. I know it's not easy, but it's worth it. It is all worth it, and it does in a way get easier. So I hope that you enjoyed this little chat, and I will hopefully see you next time. I would like to do more talks with other moms. For right now, I probably will just do them by myself, but in the future, I definitely want to have other moms on and just, share their knowledge and their experience and just some day-to-day, daily grind, getting through motherhood stuff. So, all right, God bless you, and I will be back soon.